Congratulations on becoming a new Subaru Legacy owner, and welcome to the Subaru of Wakefield family. Before you get started on your first ever journey with your new Subaru Legacy, why don't we check out all the awesome features this vehicle comes with so you're ready to take on the open road. Now before we get started, don't forget to take advantage of our great service and parts department. And if you have any questions, our sales team is here for you. And finally, for the moment we've all been waiting for, let's check out the Subaru Legacy. Under the hood, the engine bay for the Boxer 4-cylinder engine offers a clean and convenient design, with the oil, coolant, windshield washer, and brake fluid reservoirs all being highlighted with yellow caps. Even better, everything of importance is placed on the right side of the engine, so if you need to quickly change the oil or windshield cleaner, you can easily identify and focus on the task at hand and be back on the road. The fuel requirement for all Legacy models is 87 octane, and when you pull up to a gas station, simply unlock the vehicle, press down on the fuel door, and you're ready to fill up your car. Stepping inside, all Legacy models will be equipped with tilt and telescopic steering columns to help you find the most comfortable position when behind the wheel. For all Legacy owners with the premium trim or above, you'll have a 10-way power adjustable driver's seat, with all your controls being found on the lower left side, allowing you to find the ideal seating position. The driver's side will also have power adjustable lumbar support, and for owners with a limited trim and above, you'll have 2-position memory seating, which is perfect for owners with more than one driver in the family. For passengers, the base, premium, and sport trims will have 4-way manually adjustable seats, but for all other trims, they'll have 8-way power adjustability for added convenience. Looking over to your door controls, you'll find a switch for your power adjustable side mirrors, your lock and unlock buttons, and your power windows, with the front being one touch up and down for all models. But for some Legacies, all windows will have the auto up and down feature. On the left side of the steering column, you're going to notice a single row of buttons, with only the trunk release feature and a dial which will adjust illumination brightness for the instrument panel being labeled. The 2 buttons found on the right side of the dial will not be functional for any trim, including the Touring XT. Moving over to your leather-wrapped steering wheel, let's start off with the buttons mounted on the lower left side. By using the up and down arrow keys, you can scroll through a variety of information from your digital display, which can be found in between your analog gauges. Here you can monitor fuel efficiency, tire pressure, your digital speedometer, and for some Legacy models, the onboard compass, if your vehicle has an integrated navigation system. If you receive any important messages pertaining to your vehicle, you can access the warning screen by pulling and holding the switch labeled Information, and those messages will be shown on the digital display. Mounted on the upper left side are buttons that control your radio presets and volume. By pressing source, you can change from AM to FM, and optional will be the Sirius satellite radio. And of course, you'll have your hands-free calling buttons through Bluetooth connectivity. On the right side of the steering wheel, here you'll find the adaptive cruise control settings, lane centering, and distance control. If your Legacy is equipped with a heated steering wheel, that switch can be found on the lower right side of the wheel. And then mounted on the dashboard will be the trip reset button. For the infotainment system, you'll either have an 11.6-inch tablet-like touchscreen with integrated onboard navigation, or dual 7-inch multimedia displays, offering most of the same features and functions, with the bottom screen controlling your climate controls and safety systems. If your Legacy has this layout, the top screen is what you'll find throughout the Subaru family. There'll be quick access buttons below which will get you to your desired menus, if you prefer not using the touchscreen at all times. You'll notice that as you swipe to the left, the menu is less populated by icons. You can add new shortcuts, and by pressing down on those icons, you can rearrange them or delete them by dragging the shortcut to the bottom of the screen. This display will also allow you to customize general and vehicle settings, which we'll go through when we showcase the 11.6-inch touchscreen for better demonstration. The secondary screen found below helps eliminate button clutter, as it replaces the rotary dials that would function as your climate control settings. From this display, you can adjust temperature, fan speed, and your air condition. The buttons mounted on the left side of the screen are the front and rear defrosters, and on the right, you can manually control the temperature if you prefer not using the display. But more importantly, from here, you have access to driver assistance features and safety systems. Many of the settings you can turn on or off and even customize, you'd probably want to keep activated for peace of mind behind the wheel, particularly for pre-collision braking and the EyeSight driver assist technologies. Lastly, from this screen, you can also set reminders for scheduled maintenance, so you know exactly when it's the right time to change the oil or tires. For owners with the 11.6-inch touchscreen, let's start off with the button layout and basics of using this user interface. Up top, you'll have the knobs for volume and tuning when listening to your favorite music. Next, the button for your front window defroster will be found on the left, and the rear defroster and heated side mirrors on the right. The up and down arrow keys mounted on either side of the screen adjust the dual zone climate control, so passengers can enjoy a comfortable temperature during drives. For the screen itself, the fan speed, AC, your 3-level heated seats, and climate control settings can all be accessed from the touchscreen to minimize button clutter. Just like with an iPad or most tablets, the home screen can be found in the center, in between your vehicle settings icon, which leads you to your driver assistance technologies, X mode, pre-collision braking, and cruise control settings, and the driver profile icon, which is helpful if you have more than one driver in the family. As with all Subaru Starlink multimedia displays, you can add new shortcuts for better accessibility to menus. And of course, you can delete these icons just as you would with the 7-inch touchscreen. You will have general, sound, navigation, phone, and radio settings that you can customize by pressing on the settings icon. But what sets the Legacy with this infotainment system apart from the dual touchscreen setup is the car settings tab, which gives you access to all your EyeSight driver assistance technologies, and it's also here where you can register users of the Legacy, and the vehicle will memorize your seating and outside mirror positioning through facial recognition software, with the sensors sitting just above the touchscreen. You can add up to 5 users, and they can be individually deleted at any time. Below, you'll find a cubby for your smartphone, with 2 USB and 1 auxiliary input. Optional on some models is a wireless phone charging pad for improved convenience. And on the left, you'll find the electric parking brake. Optional on some Legacy models is the power sliding and tilting moonroof, which can be opened or closed with a switch found above. You'll also notice the SOS and Blue Eye buttons, which will connect you to Subaru Starlink customer care for both emergency and roadside assistance services for added security and peace of mind every time you get behind the wheel. As we take a look at the back, the rear seats are a 60-40 split, with release tabs conveniently located within arm's reach. By pressing down on these tabs, the seats will fold quickly and easily. For passengers in the back, some Legacy models will get 2 rear air vents with the dial in the middle controlling airflow, to go along with the optional 2-level heated outboard seats to keep passengers warm in the winter. Beneath the floor mat, you'll find additional storage, and more importantly, a spare tire, so if you receive a flat during your travels, you won't be stranded and can get back on the road. Found on either side of the trunk area will be latches, and by pulling on them, they'll release the rear seats to give you more cargo space when loading up additional gear. As we wrap up, we hope this virtual walkaround was helpful in getting you acclimated with your new Subaru. And now that we've gone over everything, it's time to turn on your Legacy and hit the open road. Once again, congratulations on your new Subaru Legacy. Enjoy, stay safe, and thank you for choosing Subaru of Wakefield.